Okay, so welcome to this two-bed, 1.5 laneway house in East Vancouver in the Fraserview area. All right, this laneway is pretty functional. For example, here you could put your TV over here, then you can have a little sofa, or you can even do this away as a sofa, depending on how big your seating is. Yeah, and I feel like, you can get one of those coffee tables where you can just kind of lift it up to make it into a dining table, or you can just, tuck away a table to just move around as a dining table. But you also have this area right here. You have your fridge. Okay. You can actually, I feel like you can move this fridge anywhere you want to. This is just a regular outlet. So if you wanted to move this somewhere else, you're welcome to too. Just to play around with the space. All right. Here is your closet. Okay, this is to the furnace. But here it is. Not to mention that this laneway does come with internet. So you do pay for gas and electricity. Internet is included. I'm just picturing myself looking over here. Still a lot of space. So, and if you have a smaller TV, like you can be closer to the TV. And then that way you still have some storage in the back where you can maybe put your dining table or working desk or something like that. Now, if I put it on this side, this wall is actually bigger. Put on this side, you can put the TV here as well. You just have to look out for the door. But yeah. And then over here, you have your half bathroom. So you don't have to go all the way up. This is perfect for your guests. Lots of counter space. Fan is working. You can hear it. So this door is actually to the garage, which is that belongs to the owner. So this will be closed at all times. So you can even block this up if you needed to. But here is your Insuite washer dryer. All right, so in the back, this is where the furnace is, what I showed you earlier. And over here, you still have some space for some storage too. Okay, it is radiant floor heating. That's why you need to pay for the gas too. The good thing is that you do have your own meter. What that means is you set it up with FortisBC or in BC Hydro. Whatever you're paying is actually what you use yourself. So it's not a percentage. You don't split it with the owners. Okay, so you've got cabinets, drawers. You also got a dishwasher of your own. Got a little space here, and this does go all the way back there. Cabinets, and more drawers. Okay, this is an electric stovetop. You have a microwave in the top, and you got a double sink. Okay, so working our way up is where the 2 bedrooms are. So 2 bedrooms, one over here, one over here. Behind this door is the bathroom. So, and then right behind me is the stairs. So this is I guess a more formal bedroom. This one is the one without the slanted that cuts off into your bedroom. The other one does have that. This one, I would say it does fit a queen size bed. And then you can also put side tables on both sides. You have a functionable closet. Okay, I know this hangs right here. So you can actually take this out if you wanted to and bring it back down here. Actually, maybe this does belong here, but yeah. Sliding doors to save space. Okay, and then over here, it leads out onto the balcony. Oh, and it does have an outlet right here. All right. And then you can also set your own thermostat over here, control right here. Okay, and here's your bathroom with your soaker tub, handheld shower faucet, glass doors for easy cleaning, lots of counter space. And then over here is your other bedroom. So this one feels bigger, and I feel like the square footage is bigger. The only thing is that it does have this part that kind of limits the space of usage over there. And it really depends on how you want to put your stuff. Like if you have a lower profile, a bed, you can push it like, you know, all the way up there. And then you can maybe have a little bit of room to put some storage if you needed to. Otherwise, if you do that, then, you know, you can do more stuff with the space. And I feel like you can put more, in my opinion, because if you look at this room goes all the way to the end, whereas this one cuts off right here. This one, the closet, is kind of like a creative one. Yeah, no hangers, but you can play around with that. You can put like a drawer in here, or you could hang your own stuff, or you can even use this as a storage. You don't need both rooms, and you just need one for like office. I think this is a great office room. Or if you want to do, or if you do have a king size bed, I personally think you can put the king size bed in here, because this door pushes out. So if you have a king size bed, it can go all the way up here if you needed to. And then you can just kind of like work around it, right? And then that way you can use this room as an office, because this one is actually brighter in terms of natural lighting. But yeah, got window screen. Got a little balcony space right here. It is hardwood flooring and tiles throughout, so that's easy for cleaning. And you do have a little bit of an outdoor space for barbecues and stuff. But here is that. And then I'm talking about right here. Yep. So again, we got stainless steel appliances. You got dishwasher, double sink, electric stove top. You have a little bit of a living space right here. You have your Insuite washer dryer. This door does close, as I mentioned earlier. You have your half bath. And like I said, you can actually move this anywhere, I believe, unless the amp is just meant for this. But you got an alarm system, 2 bedrooms are tucked upstairs. You got your washroom right in front, and then sandwiched by 2 bedrooms. If you really must know the square footage, I suggest that you come and measure it with a measuring tape. And yeah, here you have it.